If you're watching this later, just fast forward through this part. I'm going to leave this recording up and get to the juicy part that I'm about to talk about. We're going to talk about how to actually free Palestine. I'm going to give you several steps on how to free Palestine. We're going to talk about it. And hopefully, at the end of this, we will implement this in our lives every single day. Many of the things that I say today, you're not going to like. Really don't care. Really don't care. I think that we as Muslims are a very, very soft people. And that's one of the reasons why Palestine isn't free. One of the many reasons. Let me stop speeding. But we're going to wait till people get in the room. Guys, share the live. Hit the screen, like the live. Share and like, because we're going to get into it. We are going to get into it. So I'll give it about 2 minutes. Guys, if you could please share this and like the live stream, that we can get started sooner the better. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Hopefully, I'm just going through Flagstaff, Arizona right now. Hopefully, the connection holds. If not, you know, it may lag a little bit. So what? Everything's not perfect. Give about 2 minutes. 2 minutes for people to step up in here. Christians will not be addressed in this live stream. Like, I could care less about what you say before I talk about this and during and after. I really don't care. Wa alaikum salam. But we are going to be talking about tangible ways to freeing Palestine. Real ways, real things. We'll start in about 60 seconds. Share the live, guys. Share the live. This, I'm going to leave the recording up. If anybody wants to listen to it later, I'm definitely going to leave this up because this needs to be, what I'm about to say, it needs to be put out, exported to the entire Muslim world. These people. Okay, let's begin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Brothers and sisters, Muslims from Saudi Arabia, from Yemen, from Africa, from Europe, from America, from Asia, from wherever you're from, let's talk about how to free Palestine. All right? The first thing that we can do to free Palestine is to stop saying free Palestine. Okay? Stop saying free Palestine. Stop putting Palestinian flags in comments in videos. Why? It sounds like I'm being insensitive, right? I know that's what weak people think. When I say free Palestine, does Palestine become liberated? Let's just say there's 8 billion people on the planet. If all 8 billion people on the planet at one time say, free Palestine, is Palestine going to be free? Yes or no? How about this? If all 8 billion people on the planet ordered Palestinian flags and marched down the street of where they live in the world and protest and march down the street, does Palestine become free? I think that you'll answer no on both of my questions, right? Right. Because it's just words. It's just a slogan, right? Right. Unfortunately, today, yesterday, and tomorrow, and 2025, and 2024, and 2023, and 2022, and 2021, and blah, 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 all the way back to 1947, Muslims have said, free Palestine. Guess what? 75 years later, what's happened? It's got worse. Not only is Palestine not free, it got worse. Got worse. So that means that we, the Muslims, when we say free Palestine and we wave our Palestinian flags around, it does absolutely nothing. Here's the tragedy of this. Muslim men and women get up every single morning, they see the videos, they hear the news, they see the atrocities, they see the apartheid, they see the genocide, and they think it is the methodology of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to say, free Palestine, as if this is the methodology of liberating a city or a people in Islam. Did the Muslims at the Battle of Badr scream out, free Mecca? Guys, we don't want to do anything because the Quraysh might think that we're, bad guys and extremists. You know what's a good idea? Let's say at the Battle of Badr, free Mecca. Let's come on, guys. Raise your voice, scream it. Wave the flag around and say, free Mecca, free Mecca, free Mecca. The Quraysh would have laughed at them, and you know it. The Quraysh would have laughed at them, and you know it. That's the thing, and you know it. And many of you are going to listen to this video and agree with me, but carry on saying free Palestine. And here's the thing. You think by screaming free Palestine that you actually did something. I will never understand this. You actually think that you're doing something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So for me personally, and I hope it is for you too, saying free Palestine does absolutely nothing. It's a cop out, it's weakness, it does nothing to free anybody. It is better for you to say, let's make dua for the people of Palestine, rather than free Palestine. You know what you look like in the comments? Do you think that uh, the adherents of the Jewish people, the Jewish religion, do you think that they're afraid of you when you say that? Do they think that you are afraid of them? Do they think? Do you think that the Jews are afraid of you when you march down the street waving Palestinian flags? Where have we got to? Where have we decided as Muslims that saying the word free Palestine and waving a Palestinian flag will ever free Palestine? How did this happen? Because I have never in my life as a Muslim, 34 years, formally learning Islam, I have never read in any book of the Salaf as-Salih or the people around Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam that they went around and instead of conquering Rome and conquering Persia, they said things like free Persia, free Rome. What the hell's happened to you? I want you to look me in my face when you watch this video, whether it's live or recorded, because I'm going to leave this up. Do you think that saying free Palestine is going to do shit in Palestine or anywhere else? I remind you what happened in the days of the persecution of the Uyghurs. What happened in the days of the persecution of the Uyghurs? You said, free the Uyghurs. What? Free the Uyghurs? That doesn't do shit. That doesn't do anything. When Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu an went to the city of Jerusalem on a donkey, right? What happened? Did he stand outside of the walls of Jerusalem and say, free Palestine, and wave a Palestinian flag? Or did he enter it? He entered it. And the Christians gave him this, the Christians gave him the keys to the city. Now we're going to get into the why. Now we're going to get into the why and the how. How did Salahuddin al-Ayyubi liberate Palestine? That's one. Number two, that something that happened before that. How did Umar ibn al-Khattab liberate Jerusalem? How? How? How did the Christians of Jerusalem, which were in power in the time of Umar ibn al-Khattab, hand over the keys to Umar? It was because of the men that they were. It is because they didn't repeat gay slogans that mean nothing and change nothing. That's how. It is because they understood that words don't liberate cities that are under occupation. It is because they prayed their 5 daily prayers. It is because they prayed their 5 daily prayers. It is because they loved each other. It is because they viewed obesity and laziness as things from the shaitan. It is because they feared Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is because racism did not appear in their hearts. It is because they lived the Quran. They lived the example of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They lived it. They were men of action. And now in 2025, the pinnacle of the Muslim defense, the Muslim men out there, is to scream slogans. Free Palestine. I did something. Yeah, I said free Palestine. Yeah, I said that. Yeah. Do you know how stupid you look? And I'm getting so tired of it because words don't change shit. It is the people that it was how the people were. Let's talk about Salahuddin. Let's talk about Salahuddin al-Ayyubi. Was Jerusalem under occupation in the time of Salahuddin al-Ayyubi? Yes. So what did he do? Scream free Palestine while he was skipping rocks at the riverside? So what did he do? Did he wave a flag around? Did he complain to the people around him? I don't think that that's fair what they're doing to us. It's not fair that Jerusalem is under occupation. That's what you look like. That's what you sound like. And not only do that's what you look like and you sound like, the enemies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala laugh at you. Because you can say free Palestine 1,000,000 times to these people and they're not going to give a shit. You could come this close to an Israeli space and scream as loud as you can, free Palestine, and nothing's